Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Learning English with Podcast Conversation. I'm your host, Tony, and today we have a fantastic topic that I think will resonate with many of you. We're going to talk about something crucial for everyone, whether you're learning English or just navigating daily life. 5 life skills to boost your personal growth. And joining me today, a true expert in personal development, is our wonderful guest, Jenny. Jenny, welcome to the show.
Hi, Tony. It's such a pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me. I'm really excited to dive into this topic. Personal growth is something I'm very passionate about, and these 5 skills are truly game changers for anyone looking to improve their life.
Absolutely. I mean, who doesn't want to grow, right? So, Jenny, let's jump straight in. What's the first life skill you'd recommend for boosting personal growth?
Okay, the first skill, and I think it's foundational, is effective communication. This isn't just about speaking clearly, but also about active listening and understanding others. Many problems, both in our personal and professional lives, come from misunderstandings. Being able to express yourself clearly and truly listen to what others are saying can change everything.
Effective communication. That's so true. I remember a time when I completely misunderstood my friend's instructions for a recipe. I thought she said 2 cups of salt instead of 2 tablespoons. Oh my goodness, the dinner was inedible. It was a funny mistake, but it really showed me how important it is to listen carefully and ask for clarification.
2 cups of salt sounds like a disaster. Yes, that's a perfect example. And it's not just about avoiding funny mistakes. Imagine in a work meeting, if you don't communicate your ideas clearly, your project might not get approved. Or if you don't listen to your colleagues' feedback, you might miss a crucial detail. Active listening means not just hearing words, but understanding the emotion and intention behind them.
That makes so much sense. So, beyond just listening and speaking, how can someone practice effective communication?
Great question. One simple way is to practice paraphrasing. After someone speaks, you can say, "So, if I understand correctly, you're saying," and then rephrase what they said in your own words. This confirms your understanding and shows the other person you're engaged. Also, try to use I statements instead of you statements. For example, say, "I feel upset when this happens," instead of, "You always make me upset." It makes conversations less confrontational.
That's a fantastic tip, Jenny. I'm definitely going to try the paraphrasing technique. Okay, what's our second essential life skill?
The second skill is problem solving. Life is full of challenges, big and small. From a flat tire on your way to work to a difficult decision about your career, problems are unavoidable. The ability to approach problems systematically, rather than just reacting emotionally, is incredibly powerful.
Oh, absolutely. I think many people get stuck when faced with a problem. They just see the big obstacle. What does systematic problem solving involve?
It usually involves a few steps. First, clearly define the problem. What exactly is the issue? Second, brainstorm possible solutions, no matter how crazy they seem. Third, evaluate these solutions. What are the pros and cons of each? Fourth, choose the best solution and make a plan. And finally, put the plan into action and evaluate the results. It's like being a detective for your own life challenges.
Being a detective, I like that. I remember a time when my internet kept cutting out and I was so frustrated. Instead of just calling my provider immediately, which I often do, I tried to apply a bit of problem solving. I checked the cables, restarted the router, checked other devices, and it turned out my cat had chewed through a cable. If I hadn't gone through those steps, I might have paid for a technician unnecessarily. It felt good to solve it myself.
Wow, your cat, huh? That's a classic. See, even simple daily issues benefit from this approach. And for bigger problems, like career changes or financial decisions, this skill is indispensable. It gives you a sense of control and reduces anxiety when facing uncertainty.
That's very true. Moving on. What's our third skill?
The third skill is time management and prioritization. In our busy lives, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Learning to manage your time effectively and prioritize tasks means you can focus on what truly matters and achieve your goals without feeling constantly stressed.
Oh, this is a big one for me, Jenny. Sometimes I feel like there are not enough hours in the day. How do you even begin to manage time better?
I hear you, Tony. It's a common struggle. A great starting point is to make a to-do list, but then critically look at it and ask, what's most important? You can use methods like the Eisenhower matrix, where you categorize tasks into urgent slash important, important slash not urgent, urgent slash not important, and not urgent slash not important. The goal is to spend more time on things that are important but not urgent. These are usually your long-term goals and personal growth activities. Also, learn to say no to things that don't align with your priorities.
The Eisenhower Matrix. I've heard of that. It sounds like a powerful tool. I tend to get caught up in the, quote, urgent but not important things, like answering every email immediately, when I should be focusing on that big project deadline. Saying no is also a challenge for me sometimes.
It is for many people, but it's a vital skill for protecting your time and energy. Think of time management not as restricting yourself, but as empowering yourself to do what matters most to you. Even dedicating 15 to 30 minutes each morning to plan your day can make a huge difference.
That's inspiring. Okay, so we've covered effective communication, problem solving, and time management. What's the fourth skill?
The fourth skill is resilience and adaptability. Life is unpredictable, isn't it? Things don't always go as planned. Resilience is about bouncing back from setbacks, and adaptability is about adjusting to new situations and changes. These two go hand in hand.
Oh yes, I think the past few years have really shown us all how important adaptability is. We've had to adjust to so many changes, from how we work to how we socialize. How can someone build more resilience?
That's a great point, Tony. Building resilience involves a few things. Developing a positive mindset, learning from your mistakes rather than dwelling on them, and knowing when to ask for help. It's not about never feeling sad or frustrated, but about having the inner strength to keep moving forward. For adaptability, it's about being open to new ideas, embracing change, and seeing challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, not just obstacles.
That reminds me of a time I was preparing for a very important presentation. I had everything ready, practiced a lot, and then, the day before, my laptop crashed. All my notes and slides were gone. I panicked for about an hour. Then I realized I had two choices: give up or find a way. I quickly recreated the basic slides, relied more on my memory, and surprisingly, the presentation went well because I was forced to be more natural and engaging. It taught me a lot about not giving up when things go wrong.
Wow, Tony, that's an incredible story of resilience right there. What a high-pressure situation, and you adapted beautifully. It's often in those moments of crisis that we discover how strong and creative we can be. And this brings us nicely to our fifth and final skill.
All right, Jenny, what's the fifth life skill to boost personal growth?
The fifth skill is emotional intelligence. This is about understanding and managing your own emotions, and also recognizing and influencing the emotions of others. It involves self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, and social skills. When you're emotionally intelligent, you can navigate relationships better, handle stress more effectively, and make better decisions.
Emotional intelligence. That sounds incredibly important for both personal happiness and professional success. It's not just about being smart in books, but about being smart with feelings, right?
Exactly. It's often called EQ instead of IQ. For example, if you're feeling frustrated, instead of yelling at someone, you might pause, recognize your frustration, and choose to take a deep breath before responding calmly. Or, if you notice a friend is quiet and withdrawn, your empathy allows you to check in with them and offer support. It's about being aware of the emotional landscape, both inside yourself and around you.
I can see how that would transform so many interactions. I think many of us sometimes let our emotions control us instead of the other way around. What's a simple way to start developing emotional intelligence?
A great starting point is practicing self-awareness. Try to identify your emotions as they happen. Just naming them, I feel annoyed, I feel happy, I feel stressed, can give you a sense of control. Also, try to understand what triggers these emotions. Journaling can be really helpful for this. For empathy, simply try to put yourself in someone else's shoes before reacting to their words or actions.
That's brilliant advice, Jenny. So we've talked about these 5 amazing skills: effective communication, problem solving, time management and prioritization, resilience and adaptability, and emotional intelligence. It sounds like a lot, but if someone is listening and feeling a bit overwhelmed, where should they start?
That's a fair point, Tony. It can seem like a lot. My main advice is to pick just one skill to focus on first. Don't try to master all 5 at once. Perhaps start with the one that feels most challenging or most relevant to your current life situation. And remember, personal growth is a journey, not a destination. Small, consistent efforts, lead to big results over time.
That's fantastic advice, Jenny. Pick one, practice consistently. I love that. So listeners, here are our key takeaways from today's insightful conversation. First, namens communication is key. Practice active listening and clear expression to build stronger connections. Second, namens communication brace challenges as opportunities by developing your problem-solving skills. Break issues down and find creative solutions. And third, namens master your time and emotions through prioritization and emotional intelligence, giving you control over your days and reactions.
And don't forget, these skills aren't just for successful people. They are for everyone. They help us navigate life's ups and downs with more grace and confidence. Learning these skills means learning to be a better version of yourself every single day.
Such an inspiring thought, Jenny. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us today. It was truly a pleasure having you on Learning English with Podcast Conversation.
The pleasure was all mine, Tony. Thanks for having me.
And to all our listeners, thank you for tuning in. We hope this episode has given you some valuable insights and actionable steps to boost your own personal growth. Remember to subscribe to Learning English with Podcast Conversation for more engaging discussions. Until next time, keep learning and keep growing.